Hello, friends. In light of the many parents who instantaneously became home educators due to the coronavirus, this video gives our top 10 tips on how to approach this thing called homeschooling. And just to give a little bit of background, my husband and I have 4 children, all of whom have been homeschooled from the very beginning. And this year, our oldest is a high school senior. Tip number 10, be mindful. One of the beauties of the homeschooling journey is the leverage that you have to customize learning based upon your family dynamics. So be mindful that your homeschooling journey won't look the same as other families, and that's the way it should be. There's no better than, greater than, less than. Homeschooling is a unique and tailor-made experience for your children. Tip number 9, be flexible. Even with operating under a set routine or schedule, it has to be noted that within the homeschooling realm, every day is going to look different. Just because you were able to do things one way on Monday doesn't necessarily mean you'll be able to do them the exact same way on Tuesday. Being flexible allows the family to learn how to flow with the day, because being too rigid can become very stressful. Tip number 8, be open. Every child is unique, and we as parents and educators have to be open to making adjustments based upon the learning style of each child. You may have a child who likes to doodle during instruction. That doesn't mean they're not paying attention. You may have a child who's highly motivated and all they need is a checklist. You may have a child who moves at a slower pace and may require a degree of micromanagement. In either case, the goal is to be open and establish the environment and support that complements the learning style of each child. Tip number 7, be creative. Another beauty of the homeschooling journey is the space to be creative and minimize limitations that can be placed on the learning experience. If you have a reading assignment, come outside or get some sidewalk chalk. Let your porch or your driveway be your whiteboard. The goal is to be creative and allow learning to take place out of the box. Tip number 6, be purposeful. In addition to emphasizing academics, look to emphasize the bigger picture. Being purposeful goes beyond cranking out work just to get work done, but you seize opportunities to teach life lessons. If an assignment brings a child to tears, talk about perseverance. Talk about not giving up. If there's handwriting that isn't legible, talk about doing things with the spirit of excellence. Being purposeful helps us to prioritize character development in addition to academics. Tip number 5, be prepared. Taking the time to preview assignments makes a huge difference. Having to figure something out in the midst of you trying to teach it only produces frustration on both ends. Be prepared and know ahead of time what the assignment is and how you're going to explain it. Tip number 4, be patient. We cannot expect our children to automatically and immediately grab hold of something that they're learning. The key word is learning. Children are learning, and to be quite honest, we parents and educators are learning as well. If your child is finding something difficult to understand, maybe the method needs to be revised. Or if your child is deliberately not being engaged, maybe it's time for a break. Being patient allows us to learn how to embrace the process that leads to our desired results. Tip number 3, be realistic. Homeschooling is a major undertaking. Becoming a home educator overnight can be overwhelming. You may have multiple children, which means multiple grade levels. You may be sorting through all types of information, tons of deadlines. You may be employed on top of the normal household duties. Being realistic says, I have a list of things that was scheduled for today, and there will be some things that won't get done. Tip number 2, be encouraging. Simply put, children need to be affirmed. They need to be assured that they are valued and that they are loved. Believe it or not, parents are the #1 influencers in the life of a child. So there has to be a constant stream of encouragement. Speak life over the child. Speak life into the child, which includes correcting whatever needs to be corrected in a healthy and loving way. Be encouraging through your actions, your words, and sometimes even through your apologies. Tip #1, be prayerful. The true and living God already knew that we would be facing the coronavirus. He has full knowledge of the world we're in, the times we're in, the situations that we're in. Talk to him. Tell him what's difficult. Tell him what you don't understand. And expect for him to make room and fill your heart with his love that he gives to all through his son Jesus. Talk to him. Being prayerful allows us to put our confidence in the one who superintends everything. There you have it, friends, our top 10 tips for homeschooling. We hope this video has equipped you in some form or fashion. Feel free to post a comment or a question, and in the meantime, keep moving forward.